South to Philadelphia, I'm from Avenue C. I see empty eyes waiting to freeze when the bell rings up. I don't care about you. John Belushi found out about us. He liked our music. He became a fan of ours. Good Lord, here we are, this riff-raff, ragtag bunch. We don't have distribution. We had a record deal with Slash Magazine. Pretty much that was it.
Through Belushi, Fear was booked with the understanding, I think, that Belushi was going to make a cameo.
And that was a chance for like this really kind of hardcore punk to be on nationwide television in a way that most people hadn't seen before. It was kind of a dangerous move.
We thought it was crazy that John Belushi was making them put on TV.
He wasn't even a cast member anymore in 1981, but what a soldier for punk that he was like, I'm gonna get this band on TV.
So I remember having to talk to Lee Ving, the lead singer, about his lyrics.
She just wants my beef bologna.
She just likes my beef bologna.
Beef, 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 beef bologna.
Beef, 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 beef bologna.
She don't want no chicken, don't want a roast. She just wants my double dose of beef, beef, beef,
Beef bologna. It was one of the great phone calls. And then I heard that Belushi was going to bring in a crew from Washington to dance around the stage.
You see, I've got a bad reputation around NBC as a troublemaker. But although I could easily do it, I would never, what's the word I'm looking for? Betray the network's trust in me.
John felt that in order to allow it to look the way that it looks genuinely, there had to be this contingent.
I think it's the only time up to that point to show that there'd been participatory dancing during the musical act, which I don't think I'd really figured out in my head what slam dancing was, so talk about naive.
They really didn't have a complete idea of what it was going to be, and they especially didn't have a very in-depth idea of what the situation was going to be between this first 12 rows and the band.
They're really nice people, you know. They look very frightening, but they're really very nice. Our Halloween night guest. And by the way, tonight, look out for surprises. Ladies and gentlemen, fear!
We come on to play our first sequence, and Mr. and Mrs. Normal America, who usually go see Saturday Night Live, they're sort of looking askance at the punk rockers, wondering what the hell this is. And I pick my guitar up, count them off. What are they? What are they? What are they? What are they? Kids are just tossing each other through the air like there's going to be no tomorrow. Mr. and Mrs. Tourist America are back and they're looking at this. My God, what is this? Oh, Jesus, we're going to die. John just looks at us and goes,
I wish the tape would show it, because John was part of it, God rest his soul.
At the end of the Fear performance, I jump up on the stage and I'm in the back, like, when he gets acting like I'm with the group. It's just playing.
Good or bad, like those kind of moments are great. And I think that's what's great about Saturday Night Live. I mean, we're still talking about that moment right now. You know, there's been 1,000 bands on other TV shows that we're not talking about. So that meant something to a lot of people.
But there wasn't a riot. I mean, they didn't destroy equipment. I mean, that was a good story. But in other words, they were totally nice people and acted totally professionally.
I don't care about you! It was a hallmark for punk rock music. It didn't have to be in some armpit basement somewhere. It could now be on a legitimate stage. And it was John's doing. John was the best thing that ever happened to us. I love him like a brother, and I always will. May he rest in peace. I love you, John. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much.
Wow.